Celtic and Rangers. A lot has been said about this incident already, so let's take a look first and find out what you think.
Speed. Good. Lost it.
APP. You pull.
Speed pull. Just outside. It looks just outside.
Okay, number 5.
He's just outside the penalty area. Not much more than it than that. Yep. He's just outside there. It's really close, but
yeah.
It's more outside than it goes there. So it's really close, but
100%.
We'll reset that.
Okay, guys, we all good to go? Yeah, in the VAR centre.
Yeah, we're good to go. No ongoing checks.
Okay, thanks, mate.
Well, Willie, take it away. Tell us what we're looking for there, the processes, because I think it is important. There's been a lot of things that have been inaccurate, have been said about this. However, ultimately lead us into, was that the right decision or not?
So there's a holding incident we need to assess here. The holding's the key part of this decision. It's really, really important. There's been a lot said, Gordon, about the Rangers player has a foot on the penalty area line. The foot is actually irrelevant in this case. It's about the holding, and the holding only, because that's where the contact is. The holding begins outside the penalty area, and then it continues on the line, and even arguably beyond the line and fully into the penalty area. But regardless, the fact that it's on the line, this should be considered as a penalty kick. So the referee's awarded a free kick on field because he sees the pulling. He's correctly judged the incident in terms of the foul play. But then the VAR team need to go into a check, and they need to decide whether this incident is inside or outside, and ultimately they failed to come to the correct conclusion, which is this should have been a factual overturn. No need for the referee to go to the monitor. A factual overturn for a penalty kick to be awarded.
Where does that go wrong then? Because you're looking at it, I'm looking at it, various people just look at it and see it as being inside the box. So you'll understand people asking how that mistake can be made.
I have to be very honest and say, you know, people need to take time to make sure, you know, is the holding inside, outside? But ultimately, when you look at the TV pictures here, this is not a difficult decision for the VAR team. They are not forensic enough in the analysis. They move far too quickly. I think they're thrown because the majority of the Rangers players' body is outside the penalty area, but that's irrelevant because it's the holding that they should be judging, and they should be making sure they get a clear image to show them that that continues into the penalty area. We've dissected this incident because people will obviously hear me saying today that it's wrong, but that's not enough. We need to now understand, why did we get it wrong? And how do we make things better? How do we improve? What's the lessons learned from this incident? Because people will find it very hard to accept this error, very difficult to accept it. So the VAR, when he's checking the incident, again, my understanding, my opinion is that he's probably focused too much on the Rangers player, most of his body being outside. He doesn't then analyse the holding enough. And he then says to the AVAR, who's supporting him, the AVAR's noting down the yellow card for the Celtic player at the time. He's focused on the paperwork. That's a learning point. We should part the paperwork. We can catch up in the paperwork. The focus needs to be in the decision. The ball's dead. The AVAR's not watching live play. It's an opportunity for the team of VAR officials to focus on the incident and the incident alone. But the VAR asks the AVAR, it's outside, do you agree? So even small details like that, that's a closed question. We've said to the VARs moving forward, we've had them in on Monday, we've had them in on Tuesday, the top match officials, to say, we need a question here, look at this incident, assess it for yourself. And then there's more of an opportunity for the VAR to assess that from a neutral standpoint, rather than be clouded about what the VAR said. So more of an understanding for the AVAR to look at it from a neutral point of view than what the VAR said.
So it's the